Hey.
Hello.
We're here.
It's been 2 years.
We did something for 2 years.
Yeah.
Please clap.
Yeah.
Please clap. Because we didn't expect it to last this long.
Yeah.
We didn't really even expect... Well, even expect anything at all, but usually things we commit to last about 1 month.
We, I specifically said to Justin before we started that if one person that we didn't know personally, like one person that we hadn't met in real life, showed up to watch the Keyforge stream, we would consider it a success.
And it happened.
And then we did it again, and there were some new people, and we just kept doing it. And new people keep showing up, people keep watching. So
even to this day, new people show up,
yeah,
which is cool.
So there you go.
We love seeing the familiar names in chat. And we appreciate all y'all. Yeah. Everyone who subs, everyone who watches, everyone who they're living their living their IRL Keyforge vicariously through us. We're glad that we can provide you that little bit of service in these times. Watching the hours, you feel like I know you personally, so you failed. Excellent. I hope you've all developed great parasocial relationships with us.
Yeah.
Very important stuff in this world.
Yeah, and I hope we've actually brought something to the Keyforge community. I like to think that while other places probably have given more Archon information, I think we're probably one of the best sources for sealed information, just based off of how the tournaments, how we've structured the tournaments.
And we also try to just foster a community of let's have fun playing this card game. Yeah,
well, and let's smash decks together, right? Like, not every game is going to be a good game. But you'll be surprised often how many good games there are. Yeah, if that makes sense.
And there's a lot. There are things to learn in the bad games, even though it feels bad at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes there's not. Sometimes
and the scorecard doesn't necessarily reflect how close a game is.
Yeah.
You can have a game that is 3 keys to 2 keys 6 amber, and that game was never going to the person with the 2 keys and the 6 amber was never going to forge a key. You can have games that are 3-0, and it was like the right discard hit.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't hit that discard, and the game's completely different. So.
Scavazzi with the Prime 2 months, the wide people happy. We love to see it. Thank you, Scavazzi, for Van Voga from watching games and getting ideas. Yeah, so I think you've mentioned a couple times where it's like, oh, this combo would be cool. Let's check out Dex Keyforge this, right? Yeah,
and there's a lot of. I mean, the game is so large that there's a lot of times I'll play and like the ideas just evaporate throughout the night because I'm like constantly moving to the next deck and stuff like that. But there's a lot of like deck archetypes I'd love to explore, like specifically certain rares or certain like uncommons and multiples or cross house combinations that I think would be pretty cool.
Appreciate that, Wormhole.
Yeah, it's good to
Kozlaz gifting us so Core 91, yes. the double duper. Got myself a sub. Thank you, Kozlaz. Double
Appreciate
thank you,
Kozlaz. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And honestly, the fact that people outside the United States watch us is impressive to me.
Yeah.
I didn't ever think that we would have I would almost say majority EU viewers, at least YouTube wise. I think live it's probably America just because of the time zone. Yeah, because it's like graveyard shift in the EU, but like on YouTube, it's the vast majority European viewers.
Yeah, and I always like when we do a random early stream and the EU people show up and they're like, hey.
Yeah, and like, hey, we're getting to watch live.
That's really fun.
That's all. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun to see. So
we have the throwback playmat. You're not sleeping tonight to watch? Thank you. Not tonight. Not sleeping tonight.
Not sleeping tonight.
Much appreciated. Renew your sleep pattern. Thank you, Adam, as well. And Graveyard Shift. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. We got the throwback playmat.
Yes, this harkens back. Well, actually,
we had it in the first.
Well, I was gonna say, it's almost been a year with the new playmat, right?
Maybe more.
Well, it was looking back. I made a tweet about it last December. So we used this playmat for the first year, and we're throwing it back. We forgot just how large this playmat is.
It's a good bit bigger than the one we had. So we have to like account for the dead space we have now. with playmat, because before the playmat just fits on the table exactly.
Exactly. We had it. Well, I mean, was it more measured? No, it was just when we moved to this room. We had the camera set up so that it would just hit the playmat, and the playmat was the bounds.
Yeah, because when we initially we had it on the tripod, and it was still not in the entire playmat, but it was still that sideways view.
Yeah,
we need some lock smelt mats. Those very generic
mics on the table. Yeah, fans next to the mic. So
we should have been done in the kitchen. Yeah, we've just been too much of it.
Yeah. We don't mind putting some extra effort every once in a while, but we're still ultimately fairly lazy.
Yeah.
So let me move.
Mic on the table is not possible. If I turned off the filters on the mic, it would be just as terrible. To be fair, because it would travel up the boom arm. Yeah, no, it's like if you wanted to get the entire mat into the camera, I think the cards would just be too small to register, unless the mat was like sideways on the stream. And the one time I did that, everyone yelled at me until I put it back. So
I remember that.
Yeah, it was not a good time.
I think that was probably one of our biggest failures early, right? Like
trying things.
Yeah. I mean, I like that we basically said we'll try things, and if it doesn't work, change it.
Yeah.
And I think also not settling at the same time, right? So
one amber, you gotta collect the riches. You gotta mine the amber in chat.
Yeah, we did the reset.
Yeah, the reset happened.
The great reset.
Yeah, we had to switch places. Then we switched perspectives when we got the other camera. Pull the right side.
Ultra Gecko.
Pull the right side a few degrees. The right side of the playmat. Ultra Gecko, what's up?
The right side is Justin's side.
Help me learn to play Keyforge bearing out of the LGS. Some weekly play before the dark time. So have fun's the most important thing. Playmat. Pull it toward me. I feel like it's all right.
We did a reset on Amber.
Look, we have all kinds of stuff on it, so
yeah. It's kind of weighed down from stuff that's just off. It's bugging you. Well, that's good.
Is it like? I don't know.
If it bothers just player herp, then we've achieved our goal.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
If the rest of the stream doesn't notice, then so be it.
Look, this playmat is a one-night thing.
It is slightly cute.
Nathan's side. Okay, now you've made everyone aware.
Okay.
Fine.
That's a skew.
So pull it. What corner? This corner or this corner?
I have I've hot or cold? Hot or cold?
Hot.
Where my hands are right now. These are my hands. Jazz hands are me. Hot or cold?
Tell us what to do to fix this. Like pull it this way, like that. Nathan's hands toward Justin. Okay, so like this, that, and the discard pile towards him. There. Stop. We stopping? Is it stop? Is it good? Are we good? Please confirm. It does? Okay.
Well, there's like a bunch of
now we have bubbles.
We got bubbles.
I'm gonna pop the bubbles.
Yep.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. Yeah. Too far in Justin. Okay. All right. Well, you're gonna have to live with what you've created.
Yeah, this is it.
You've created this. Twitch plays playmat arranger 2K20. Stop blinking player hurt. Yeah, I know.
Perfect now? Okay. The camera itself cannot get a square picture, so you're seeing a little bit of angle. That's true. I do have it pointing. I have it pointing as straight down as possible.
Yeah.
And I did struggle with that for a long time, Claymore. I have it as good as I can to be flat, but the camera does sit slightly like, sitting in an angle. In order to perfectly level it, I would have to have some sort of quantum device.
Yeah.
Some sort of magical device.
All right. I gotta see what's in. Here's Innkeeper. I forgot what's in Bitterly Gross Cow. Triple charrettes. Oh, this deck is just like it clamps down on keys.
Yeah, it's like Rick and Morty. Like the perfect level. Yeah, this is a Coda throwback match. Barely Gross Cal, I remember being very like oppressive. Yeah.
Oh man, there's semi hysteria. We're gonna
this entire tournament.
This entire tournament, like I'm thinking hysteria is like slowly climbing the ranks of like power cards. It's always been a good card, but there's like it's not great against mass mutations, but against the other three sets, there are just some matchups it just cracks wide open. So.
Gecko Fugitive Adler won the mass mutation tournament.
This deck just fights so well.
It does. It's very good at fighting.
You are first.
Desania. That could be good later in the tournament.
I think that hand is a mulligan. I don't think it's awful, but I think it is a mulligan. It's just so good against Saurians, right? A Dune, the card game channel?
Yes.
Hit him with the copy pasta.
Yeah, Nature's Combo. Nature's Call is also one of the best cards.
Yeah. Yeah, and the selective nature of Nature's Call makes it really good, right?
I honor you with my water.
That's not the copy pasta I was thinking of. If Farquaad's here. Zoom. Yes. Yeah, we can.
Oh god.
There we go. There you go. That's the one. Adam Haycock's had part of it too. Oh wait, that wasn't it. But yeah.
That man really likes his Dune card game.
Yeah. I wonder if he has ever watched any of our other stuff. I imagine if you write that.
He was turned off the channel right there.
I imagine if you write that kind of thing, you never come back. However, if I spent 6 hours writing something in a YouTube comment.
And he watched the whole 2-hour video.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. If I spent 6 hours writing something about a YouTube comment and then went, like, I think I would go back and look at it at some point, right?
All right. Plays Umbra.
Hey, Umbra. Why don't you get stepped on?
No.
Hebe. I'll go ahead and run out that Bumpsy. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
Play Shadows. Play Pawn Sacrifice. I will play Miasma. I will play Long Fused Minds. It was actually Code Red. I'll play Umbra. I would almost believe that.
Alright, I am going to say Shadows. I'm going to play one last job. It's real weird playing this playmat again. I am going to Nerve Blast to kill the Umbra. And then I'm going to play Magda. I think. Distinct chance that we will be getting that 2-Amber back at some point, but as of right now, we'll see if we can forge a key. Get killed.
I'll say Dis. Play Schuler. Steal 1. All Gateway. Steal 2 from the Magda. I'll play Charette. I'll capture 1. Your turn.
I am going to say Shadows. I'm going to Nerve Blast the Charette. And then I'm going to play a Dodger.
Very Coda game.
And your turn. I'll draw 2. Yeah, the constant...
The Nerve Blasts.
The I kill your creatures, I steal your Amber, What's the barely legible pictures person? That was a dude from...
Was that was the Richmond stream, right? What stream was that?
That was the fantasy.
It was Fantasy Flight. Everyone was spamming.
That was the official Fantasy Flight stream.
Was the AOA announcement?
I don't even think it was AOA. I think it was one of the Vault tours.
I forgot.
It may have been the AOA, and actually, it may have been the AOA announcement because we had gotten some emotes by then.
Is it a Vault tour thing? You spammed like crazy.
Yeah, well, that was the thing because we had gotten because we had like Snufflegator at the time, and we had some other ones, and so
play lab work.
Because at the time, I mean, maybe Mortivus. There was maybe one other streamer at the time that had any kind of like Keyforge related.
It was official Vault Tour stream.
Okay, I thought it was the official Vault Tour stream. All right, I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Hallowed Blaster. I'm going to play 2 Glorious Fuse. I've been trying to set this up for a minute, but I can't get any more. I think if
that deck could get a lot of Amber off Glorious Fuse, I feel like, in other matchups.
Yeah. I'll play Vemos Lightbringer, and then I'll play Grey Monk. And it is your turn. I will draw. Because I think it was, I think I was playing on stream. I may need to be corrected about that, but I think it was the 6th game I was playing Brad.
Say Dis. I'll play a Pit Demon and a Charette.
We were playing to see who could go 6-0 at Gen Con, but I might be wrong about that. All right, my turn.
Yeah, it must have been when we were not watching, because I think it was one of your games.
I think it was one of my games.
Gen Con, right? That sounds right.
I think it was Gen Con,
because they were officially streaming Gen Con.
Because I went back and like watched it the next day and was watching the comments, and I saw that comment. And I was like, "That is so funny. This dude does not get Twitch at all. Has never watched. Just totally doesn't get it." All right, I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Take Hostages. I am going to play Sergeant Zakiel, and Dodger is going to fight the Dodger, not Daughter. Dodger is going to fight Pit Demon. He's got 1 armor from the Grey Monk, and he'll capture 1. And Vemos Lightbringer is going to fight this Charette. Take 3. And capture. Did you give me... I didn't steal that.
Oops. Oh, no, that was from Charette.
Oh, from Charette dying. Okay. Grey Monk is going to Reap and heal Vemos. And then the Hallowed Blaster is going to heal Dodger. And is your turn. I will draw 2.
Say Shadows. Play Nexus. I'll play Dodger. I'll play Pawn Sacrifice. Sack the Nexus, and I'll do 3 to Dodger and Grey Monk. Yeah, Grey Monk. They don't die because of the armor, but I could kill. This will kill the Dodger at least. Actually, if I'd hit the Vemos with it, this would kill Vemos as well, right?
Instead of the Grey Monk.
Instead of the Grey Monk, yeah, I'll do that.
So it would take 3. Would go to there, and then
3 more.
3 more would kill both.
So I'll do that.
Okay.
Your turn.
I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Screech Bomb and War Chest and Valdir. And I am going to punch Dodger.
Punched.
That way you can't cleanly fight into any of my creatures and steal. It's a defensive punch there.
All right. I will.
The only Twitch channel that you watch that's a proper Twitch channel.
I'll say.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'll say dis and pick up the archive.
Well, Twitch is like slowly mutating, right?
I'll play Schuler. I'll Reap with Tourette. I'll Hysteria.
Okay. That's the thing about something like Twitch, is once it hits a certain level of it was long fused, right?
I'll play Schuler. Play Tourette.
Once it hits like a certain level of popularity and there's enough money invested, then
I'll Patrol the Week.
Professionals will show up, right?
So Control the Week. I don't want you to burn the stockpile on me. That deck also has a Doorstep. You haven't played Shadows in forever, so I can't really Control the Week Shadows. So I think I say Brobnar because.
Oh wait, where's the? Oh, got this.
What? Okay.
I somehow.
I'll Control the Weak Brobnar.
Okay. All right.
Your turn.
I will burn the stockpile.
You drew it, or were you holding it?
I had it.
Okay.
I will play Valdir, and then I'll play Brothers in Battle for nothing. And it is your turn.
When's we gonna forge this key? Where are we gonna forge the first key? I will say Logos. Play Desania, play Dexter, play Spectral Tunneler, play Mother. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Spirit's Way.
All right.
I am going to play Grey Monk. I'll play Sergeant Ezekiel. Ready, Grey Monk. There's nothing to fight. Grey Monk is now going to Reap. And it is your turn. I will draw 3. I'll say check with 8.
The GTR Matt is temporarily sidelined tonight because this is our 2-year anniversary stream.
Yeah, we're doing a throwback.
I'll say Shadows. I'll bait and switch. Steal 1. Steal 1.
Decidedly less devastating.
To be fair, it's the same amount of devastating there. Play Dodger. Play Shadow Stealth. Shadow Stealth. That is it. So you can forge. I'll say 7.
All right, I will forge.
No kitchen.
I will say Shadows. I'm going to discard Bad Penny. I will play a Long Fused Minds. I am going to Screech Bomb. And then I am going to play 2 Dodgers. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Kitchen's haunted. I'll say Logos. I'll play Library Access. Which is worse now. I'll play Dimension Door and draw. I'll play a Dexter. Draw. I will Fogify, so you can't fight next turn. Draw. Play Valent Analyst. Draw. I'll Twin Bolt the Dodgers. And draw.
I have 1 armor from the Great Monks. From the Great Monk.
But Experimental Therapy on Dodger. And draw. And I will use Spectral Tunneler to gain 1 from the Valent Analyst. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to Doorstep.
God. It keeps happening.
I will play Commander Remiel. I'll play Champion Tabris. The Grey Monk is going to Reap and heal Dodger. And the Hallowed Blaster is going to heal the other Dodger. And Ezekiel's going to...
Okay.
And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
library access wasn't like... We've seen worse library accesses in other sets, right? In Mass Mutation specifically. With library card. I'll say a Dis. I'll play a Life Ward. I will play Eater of the Dead. I'll play Chirette. I'll fear. I got like... Oh god. I'll get Remiel. I'll fear Remiel to your hand. That's my... I guess I'm Unstun Dodger. That's my turn. Get these back on the board. We're at a limit here. And reshuffle.
Alright, so I am going to say Shadows. I am going to play Shadow Self. I am going to pop the Long Fused Mines, which is going to blow up the Shadow Self. 3 damage on into the Eater of the Dead. I am going to Lights Out. I'll bounce the Dodger. Bounce the Charette, I guess. I think it's like bouncing her is neutral. I will play Carlo Phantom. This Dodger is going to fight the Valen Analyst. Steal 1. And then this Dodger is going to fight Dexter. And steal. Kind of want to just junk up your draw. Okay. And I will draw 2. I'll say check with 7.
Say Shadows. No Dexter yet. Boy. I say Shadows.
It's all a scaling Amber control, right? Like, imagine if Burn the Stockpile existed in Mass Mutations. How differently would that force people to play? Right? Doorstep, same thing. Right. What house would get Burn the Stockpile?
Play Shadows. I'll play.
It's tough to say.
I'll play Speed Sigil in this game. I'll play an Umbra. I'll play Dodger. Play Dodger. Fight that for 1 and steal 1. Do I Life Ward here? I feel like I need like a gateway Life Ward turn. But also if you're just using your stuff on board, you win. But also if you play more creatures, I lose more. I don't know. I'll Life Ward. At least gives me 1 more bonus turn with Speed Sigil.
Alright, so I Forge.
Yep. This is definitely not the longest coded game ever.
No. These decks both have forward momentum.
Yeah.
What was the deck? I should remember its name.
Heat Peeve?
Not Heat Peeve. Heat Peeve was the little deck that could.
Yeah.
The Naturalist who camouflages breakfast.
That's right, yeah.
That's
like the 10 creature deck, right?
It had 10 creatures. Most of its actions did not have amber on it. It had 2 effervescence, or 3 effervescence. I have to go look it up. Somebody just link it in chat. I think it's the naturalist who camouflages breakfast. That deck had no forward momentum and stopped the opponent. I think did it have a Creeping Oblivion in it?
Maybe.
I think so. It was like the deck that it was like an Infernus deck before Infernus existed. So, all right. Naturalist, I think. Sorry, not plural, but something along those lines. I'm not sure. I don't know if camouflage has got the wacky non-American spelling or not.
I'm sure you can find it in my deck's Keyforge link too.
Yeah.
Word. There it is.
Yeah, Brobnar Dis Logos. Burn the stockpile.
It does have Creeping Oblivion, yep.
It has a Burn the Stockpile.
Lash.
2 Effervescence. 3 Fates, double Mind Barb. Schuler.
The 2 War Song, 2 Coward's End. Yeah. 2 War Songs with 10 creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
pretty funny.
It's kind of a joke.
I mean, it's got 2 Angers and a Gauntlet Command with the War Songs, and the 4 of the creatures are in Brobnar, so that's not terrible.
The Brobnar is actually how you close out games with it. You also have Novu Archaeologist, so you can use Novu Archaeologist to archive your Creeping Oblivion a bunch of times if you can protect it. The problem with Novu Archaeologist, which is a sit and duck and Coda, right? There was just so much removal. Alright, so I can't play creatures. I will say Sanctum. I'll discard Commander Email and Bulwark. Sorry, guys. I'm going to Hallowed Blaster this Dodger. Grey Monk is going to Reap. Heal this Dodger. Champion Tabris is going to go beat up that Dodger. And we'll capture 1. And then Zakiel's going to beat up Umbra. And let's reshuffle. It's your turn. I'll draw 2. May have been worth taking a Shadow's turn, but I got to discard 2 cards, and so.
Okay, I will.
Zakiel took 1.
Yep, I'll say a Dis. I will.
It's the colors messing with everybody's brains.
Reap with Ear of the Dead. I'll purge Umbra.
Color of the mat. The mat just makes it look totally different.
It does.
So alien.
I'll play Hysteria.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. I was thinking it was 1 armor. You were saying there should be no damage on him.
Play Tourette. Play Tourette. Play Eater of the Dead. Reap with Tourette. What was that?
It's my deck.
What was that?
That's the Amber that I had captured. Peppers.
Oh, okay. Your turn.
Draw 2. Drawing a Doorstep and a Doorstep.
I just want to forge.
I am going to say Brobnar. I am going to loot the bodies. I'm going to Coward's End.
Alright.
Classic combination.
Yeah, let me turn this overhead light off. It might be better. We'll see if that's any better.
I am going to play a Ganger Chieftain who's got nothing to fight, and I am going to anger the Ganger. Actually, he comes into play ready, so I can reap with him. And then I can anger the Ganger, and then reap with him again. Go to 7. And it is your turn.
I'll say Logos. I'll play Dimension Door. I'll play... Oh, I Forge. Oh, yes, I finally did it. Play Dexter.
Discards feel like you're bleeding in some. Yeah.
I will Spectral Tunneler the Dexter. I'll Reap with Dexter. Steal 1. Draw a card. Play Mother. Play Fogify. Play Sloppy Lab Work. Archive a card. Discard a card. Your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Sanctum. I am going to play Champion Tabris. Champion Tabris is going to Reap. I'm going to play Ezekiel. Champion Tabris is ready. Champion Tabris cannot fight due to the Fogify. Champion Tabris will Reap. I am going to play Grey Monk and Vemos Lightbringer and Commander Reap. And it is your turn. I will drop a chain and draw one. I'll say check with 7.
I'll just now showing up. Yeah, it does feel like that. I will say, I'll say Shadows. Play Umbra. I'll fight Remy. I'll fight Grey Monk. Fight Grey Monk. Steal one. Play Miasma. I will pawn sacrifice to do 3 and 3, so that actually lives. I'll pawn sacrifice there to do there, and I'll put some damage on Finger. And I'm done. Check with 8.
I am going to say Shadows. Dodger. Shadow Self. Dodger. Play Carlo Phantom. Dodger is going to fight Mother. Mother's dead.
Dexter's supposed to be in my hand then.
Yeah.
I need to fix that.
A lot of it was the Hysteria clogged up my hand so that I couldn't draw into the Amber Answers.
Shuffle one of these back. It's been a hot minute since we played with Dexter's, alright? Like, one night.
No, I had the right. Okay. Go ahead. Say check with 8.
Okay, so Forge. I'll say Dis with Archive. Then Gateway. I will discard Fear. Play Schuler. Play Tourette. I'll Reap with Schuler. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play 2 Glorious Fuse. I'm going to play Bulwark. He's going to fight Charette. Use the Hallowed Blaster to heal Bulwark. Your turn, I'll drop a chain and draw 3. So you check with 11.
Dang. I'll play this pre-nerf bait and switch, which I don't think does it there.
I don't even think it would.
That's fine.
At 11, I think I'm safe from
7.
the pre-nerf bait and switch.
Yeah, that'll be 7-7. So
yeah,
pre-nerf bait and switch doesn't even do it. That was a good game though.
Yeah. The Hysteria, I think, made it close.
Yeah.
Because I had like so many turns of just clunked up draws with creatures. There's so much less room for activities with this playmat on the table.
I don't know why. It's bigger.
Yeah. It's because we're trying to work around the playmat.
Yeah.
Cal did win the original March Madness tournament, I believe, right?
Yes.
That was Bitterly Gross Cal's claim to fame.
So it's definitely good in a Coda of environment, and I think it could have won that game at some point. Speed Sigil was really good in there. Like I was thinking speed sigil wouldn't be there, but it let me at least get value out of my creatures.
You've got like life word and other ways to take advantage of the speed sigil. I think it was the big thing was the life word.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You cracked the life word, so you just played the speed sigil, so you got 2 turns to use it. It's just Innkeeper has so many ways to.
There's all kinds of play fight.
Well, it's got so many ways to interact with the Amber Toll.
Yeah.
It's just got that classic Coda combination of ways to fight out of the hand, creatures that do something for fighting, ways to generate amber based off of creatures in play.
I think this is one of my favorite decks to play, and I think this is a good deck to also give a new player.
I think so. It's powerful.
It's got a lot of like concepts.
It's like a lot of good things to learn, right?
Yeah.
Like do as much as you can. You don't get punished too badly for positioning your creatures incorrectly, but that deck will teach you how to position your creatures correctly, right? Because of the Ezekiel and the Gengar Chieftain and the Shadow Self.
It's like got simple enough creatures in it too that's not overwhelming, I think.
Right. And the healing actually matters in that.
Yeah, it does, funny enough. Because like all your fight ability guys, you want to live as long as possible.
There's a lot of you can learn a lot from like using what's on the table.
That Grey Monk enabled so many plays.
It did. It let me trade up basically.
Yeah.
Or not even really trade, right? Like
I will mulligan.
this is like a hand that wants to be kept. I'm gonna pull the patented Nathan display the hand, and we discuss the merits of mulliganing or letting it go. I think this is actually a mulligan. This is a very tempting hand to keep, but it is 3, 2, and 2.
Yeah, so I can easily fall into a bad.
I can go first and play like Umbra or Valen Analyst. With the library access, I don't want to play the Valen Analyst first, right? Like I want to save the library access for that. Control the Weak isn't actually necessarily good this early, right? You take a 2-card hand. You get play your 2 or 3 cards.
I wonder if I control the weak differently in that turn.
If you controlled the weak into shadows, you would have forged your key.
Yeah.
Because
I was worried because you had not played Shadows in forever.
I had Doorstep and I had.
Oh, you had Doorstep. Wow.
I had Doorstep and Burn in the hand. I held the Doorstep because I kept you kept getting high, like totals.
Yeah.
And so I was like, burn the stockpile and Doorstep just like back to back, or just spaced out correctly. Would do a lot. So yeah, I think I mulligan that hand because I don't think it's quite. I don't quite. It's not proactive enough, if that makes sense. Both the Eater of the Dead and the Pit Demon to go with the Control of the Weak. It's not bad necessarily to have. I like using Control of the Weak to get your creatures down and to protect them. So, yeah, I keep getting high. Yeah.
I think part of the space issue is we throw back putting keys here.
Right.
It just eliminates some space for Amber and such.
Creatures.
Alright.
I can only imagine the compilation of thoughts left unfinished by me. Because I'll start a sentence and then realize I don't like that sentence. I'll just start it over. All right, vaguely better. So I'll start with Shadows and I'll play Dodger.
So Shadows, I'll lights out the Dodger and play Dodger.
I will say Shadows. I'm going to play a Nexus, a Dodger, a Shadow Self, and a Dodger. Yeah,
alright.
We'll draw 3.
I'll say Sanctum. All Glorious Few. I'll get 3.
Yikes.
Play Tabris, and I'll play Take Hostages. Your turn.
Alright, I will say Shadows. I'm gonna play the Miasma. I don't think this deck has anything that combos with Miasma particularly well, right?
I guess Bait and Switch did.
Yeah, it used to. But... yeah, oh, I gotcha. I can only imagine the clips you could make of me saying things out of context if you just, like, end part of my sentences. Alright. I will have Nexus Reap and Shadow Self Reap. Think I'll have Dodger fight your Dodger and steal 1, and then this Dodger reaps. I was tempted to make it fight Tabris there, but I think Reap is just fine. If Tabris attacks and captures, that's Amber I can get back. So I'll draw it.
Well, thank goodness for that. I'll say Shadows. I'll play Magda. I'll discard Bad Penny, and I'll play Carlo Phantom. Your turn.
Okay. I will say Shadows. I'll play Umbra. I don't actually think I want to leave that Carlo Phantom. Shadow Self is going to Reap. This Dodger is going to fight that Carlo, and then this Dodger is going to fight that Carlo. And
does the oh no, that's not the poison guy.
Thinking of Moon Cursor. Yeah. And then Nexus will just Reap, I guess. I'll walk in to burn the stockpile. Doorstep. I can use them. I'll say check with 7 and draw.
I'll say Sanctum. I'll play the Doorstep.
Okay.
Play Bulwark. Fight Umbra, I guess.
Okay.
Capture 1. Your turn.
I think I want to use my shadow stuff until it is answered, because of the amount of stealing that it needs to do.
Yes, Eddie is exhausted. You can see right here.
Oh yeah,
from the Eddie cam.
He's actually being a good boy.
He has not moved.
Yeah, he's been in that bed since we started.
Yeah.
So. It's just a lot. Alright, so I'll Reap with Shadow Self. Reap with Nexus. Dodger's gonna fight Magda and steal. And then this Dodger's gonna fight Magda and Shadow Self will die. They'll steal 3, 2 for Magda dying. And so I'll say check with 10, and it is your turn.
I'll say Brobnar. Play War Chest, play Loot the Bodies. Anger Tabris into a Dodger. Capture 1. And I'll gain 1 for killing it. I'll play Coward's End. And gain 2. Your turn.
Alright, so I will Forge.
Let's do my cards.
I will say this. I'm gonna Hysteria. Play Eater of the Dead and Charette. Is your turn. I will
play Sanctum. I'll play Tabris. I'll play Ezekiel and fight Charette. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, with all the we had to move the tokens to make room for the mat, and so the tokens are just slowly falling into the floor.
To be fair, we have room to put the tokens on the mat right now.
Yeah, we just elect not to.
Yeah.
I am going to say Shadows. I'm going to play Long Fused Minds, and I'm going to pawn sacrifice the Eater of the Dead. Put some damage. Just kind of tickle him. So check with 6, and I will draw 2. Go ahead.
Oh, I blew it. I effed up.
You effed up?
Yep, I forgot chains.
Nope. Yeah. One night. Could we get one night of us playing this game?
What did I do last turn?
By following the rules.
Play 2 cards. Think
rigged.
2. No, I was. Yep.
It's Tanty's worthy, I think.
Okay. Well, I will play Sanctum. Play Remiel. I'll reap twice.
I was hoping by getting you nothing to fight, I could forge this key. A champion Tabris didn't capture, so I will forge.
That's true. If everything has asterisks,
right,
then nothing has asterisks.
Okay, I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Library Access. I am going to Fogify. I will play the Spectral Tunneler. Dexter. Going to. I don't want to play. I want to Mother first. Then I'm going to Sloppy Left. So. I can draw first, right? Before our resolving cards. I'll draw. And get more informed.
You exalted Dexter, yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I am going to archive, and I think actually I discard the speed sigil because I think the speed sigil is a way for you to get back in the game. I'm ahead now, right?
Yeah.
If I can close out the game. Okay. All right. That's my turn. Long Fuse Minds could take out Ezekiel. I don't think I'll sit. Alright, I will draw 4. And it is your turn.
I'll forge. I'll say Sanctum. Can't fight. I'll just reap thrice. Your turn. Yeah, the problem is I let the shadow stuff just got so many uses at the beginning of the game. It got so far ahead.
I am going to say Logos. I'm gonna play Dimension Door. Spectral Tunneler, the Dexter. Dexter's gonna reap, steal, and draw. And I will Experimental Therapy the Tabris to just stun it for right now. And Mother is gonna reap and steal. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Say Robnar. The brothers in battle. Sanctum. I'll punch the mother.
Punched.
I will fight Dexter. Fight mother. Gain 1. No, I'll play Chieftain to ready and unstun. I'll use War Chest to gain 2. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to put my Archives into my hand and say this. I'm going to fear the Tabris.
Oh, yep.
I am going to play a Life Ward. I am going to Schuler and Charette. I control a week for Sanctum. So I don't think you've got any Sanctum.
I'll do it. That will do it.
Yeah, the Shadow Self and the Double Dodger was a beating early. This deck was much better when Library Access was unnerfed. Because I think this was like a fair Library Access deck, right? Yeah. Like it would just take like a... Because that Library Access turn... It took me a couple turns to set it up, but the Library Access turn gave me like a huge amount of momentum to close out the game. Did you even get to call Shadows?
The game?
You said Magda early.
Yeah, that was it, I think.
Because I was like trying to engineer a situation where I could close out the game without you being able to use Shadows.
All I had in the last hand was one last job, a Dodger, and a Shadow Self, so it was enough to stop it. But I couldn't call Shadows anyway. I had Burn in Stockpile to stop the 8. Internal server error. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You've broken it. It's definitely broken. It's 1,000% broken. Okay, there it goes.
It's working now.
Nope. Yep. Well, good luck to people who get bets in this time, I guess.
I'm going to refund it. How about that? I'm going to close the bets, I'll refund it, and then restart it just to see if we can get a clean one. Because this happened the other night. And close this. Close the contest. Refund everybody. Refund everybody back. Okay, and we'll try again. Yeah.
All right, it's back.
We'll see if see if that cleans it up. Okay, looks like it's okay. All right. No internal server errors at this time, so you know, he's asleep because the door opened earlier and he did nothing.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Nobody tell Eddie that our roommate came.
It was a loud door slam too.
Yeah, it was pretty loud. You're first.
This is a definite.
Got a look at this, I think, too. It's not a bad hand per se, but it did have burn the stockpile, and I don't want that in the opener, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to discard it that early because I need you to live in fear of it, right? I need you to live in fear of the doorstep. I need you to live in fear of the burn the stockpile. I think that deck can spike Amber pretty hard, but if the fear is there, that stops him. That kind of limits the amount that he gets to do that. So.
Maybe I'll win a game. We'll see. Okay. Well.
This is dope.
This is dope. I will play Long Fused Minds. Good.
Okay. I'm gonna play Carlo Phantom in my own Long Fused Minds and steal your Amber.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna play 2 Dodgers, and if you want to blow up Carlo Phantom Minds, go for it.
That is a dope hand. I'll play this. I'll play Tourette and Ear of the Dead. Your turn. Oh, I definitely wanted to kill that Carlo Phantom.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't have that alive.
I was about to tell you.
I mean, I don't have any Amber, but
I was about to tell you, make some Amber so I can steal
yeah.
Carlo Phantom, or just with the Dodgers even. Okay, well, I guess I'll say Brobnar. I'll run out the Loot the Bodies. I think the Loot the Bodies is actually one of the scaling cards I need to generate enough Amber. Because that deck has like a lot of just like residual, like stealing, chip steal in that. And I think Loot the Bodies is like a good way to generate like a huge spike. So I'll play Screech Bomb. I'm going to punch the Eater of the Dead. And then I'll play a Bumpsy. Eater of the Dead is punched. Go ahead.
Alright, I'll say Logos. I will Library Access. Play Dimension Door and draw. Play Dexter. Draw. Play Valen Analyst. And draw. Play Sloppy Lab Work. Draw, then I'll archive and discard. Play Experimental Therapy. I'll just put on Dexter. Draw. Play Mother. Draw. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Sanctum. I will deploy the Long Fused Minds. I will play Hallowed Blaster. I'll play Grey Monk. I will discard the Spirit's Way. It's like tempting to get rid of the Mother there, but I think double Dodger plus Grey Monk on the table. Actually, and we positioning. We want to keep the Dodgers open so that if I draw the Remeals or a Ganger Chieftain, I can use it. So Grey Monk goes to this side.
Say this with archive. I'm gonna fight the Grey Monk.
Yep.
And I'll control the weak into Sanctum.
Yep.
Play Life Ward. And Charette. Your turn.
Alright, I'll play Vemos Lightbringer. Alloy Blaster. Control. Good.
Play. I'll say Shadows. Play Shadow Self, play Dodger, discard Bait and Switch, play Miasma. Play. I could have unstunned the Dexter last turn. So I'll read with Dexter and then pawn sacrifice it. Do 2 to the, or 3 to the Dodgers. And I get 1 more for the pawn sacrifice. I will.
Okay. I am going to say Shadows. I am going to Nerve Blast the Shadow Self. I am going to Nerve Blast the Shadow Self. I am going to fight the Shadow Self with Dodger. I am to play Shadow Self. Dodger is going to Mother, I think, at this point, to keep you from gaining more card advantage over the course of the game. And I may regret this, but I'm going to one last job. Purge all of these to steal what you have left. I think their time was coming to an end, but I think I probably could have gotten like a couple fights out of them, and we'll draw more.
I had a lower Amber a minute ago.
Oh, this act is terrible. What do you call it? I call it Code of Shadows. Dodger, right. Dodger, yeah. Yeah.
Play Logos. Play Desanya, play Dexter. Discard Dimension Door. I'll use Life Ward.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I will Forge. What sort of turn are you? Now that I got past the easy part of forging a key, I honestly have no idea what to do with my turn. Eddie is sawing logs over there. He is deep in puppy REM over there.
Knows how the exact same position last time I turned to the camera.
He's I guess Brobnar is the one that I get the most work done. I'll discard Burn the Stockpile. You're pretty far away from having any kind of stockpile. I took care of the stockpile last time. So Bumpsy is gonna fight Charette, and I am going to Anger, pulling Anger off the floor. Okay. I'm gonna anger Vemos into Dodger. Get Dodger off the table. And it is your turn. Draw 2.
I will say Shadows. I'll pawn sacrifice the Dasania
to kill
those. I'll play Nexus and I'll play Umbra.
I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to Glorious Few for 3. I will Screech Bomb your 1. I just can't, with Nexus on the table, you just can't leave Screech Bomb sitting around. I'll play a Champion Tabris, and then I'll play a Take Hostages. Alloy Blaster. Tabris, just for the heck of it. And it's your turn. I'll say check with 8. I'll draw 3.
Alright, I'll say this. I'll play Schuler's.
Yikes.
I'll play Hysteria. Play Schuler's.
Yep.
And Discard Gateway. Your turn.
Alright, I am going
to... It wasn't even, like, that good, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm going to say Shadows. I'm going to discard Bad Penny. I'm going to play Dodger. I'll play Magda. Magda is like a pseudo control the weak here, right? Like if you don't have an answer for Magda in your other houses, you're like incentivized to say dis. So I'll say check with 7. I'll draw 2. But yeah, you're like incentivized to say dis because that you can kill it with dis creatures that you have. So
yep, I'll say dis. I'll play Pit Demon and fight Magda.
Yeah. Alright, so I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play a War Chest. I am going to play Ganger Chieftain. Dodger's going to trade with the Pit Demon. And I will play Hebe the Huge. Toss some damage around. Then I'm going to play Valdir. And is your turn. I will draw 4.
Say the Logos. I'll play Spectral Tunneler. I'll play Dexter. I'll play Twin Bolt. I'll shoot the Ganger and the Hebe.
Okay.
Your turn.
So I'm actually going to say Brobnar here. I'm going to discard the Coward's End. And I think I just fight my way across the table. Valdir's going to fight Schuler. Oh god. So many.
They're lost forever.
So many counters gone. Hebe is going to fight Dexter. The Ganger Chieftain's going to fight Schuler. And then I get to War Chest for 3. Which is pretty good value. And it is your turn.
Okay, Forge. I will say Shadows. Play Speed Sigil. I will play Umbra. Play Nexus. Play Dodger. I'll fight Valdir. And steal 1.
Alright, I will Forge. I am going to say Sanctum. I am going to play Bulwark. Alloy Blaster is going to heal Hebe. Bulwark is going to fight Umbra. play Tabris. I'll play Remiel. I'll play Zakiel. Zakiel's gonna ready Tabris. Tabris is gonna fight Dodger. Capture one. And it is your turn. I will draw 2 and shuffle and draw 2 more.
Hey, Bill.
Bill!
Okay. I'll say this. Play Eater of the Dead. I will Fear Tabris. I'll play Charette. I'll Reap. I'll fight Remiel and then Purge Remiel. And that's it.
I will say Brobnar. I'm gonna Brothers in Battle Sanctum. Zakiel's gonna fight Nexus. Bulwark's gonna fight. Actually, it'll be Bulwark, then Zakiel will fight Nexus, and then Hebe is gonna fight Barrett. And then I'll War Chest for 2. It is your turn. I will.
Alright, play Logos. Play an Analyst. Play Fogify. I will Spectral Tunneler the Analyst in 1. I'll Reap with the Analyst. Draw a card. And I will play Dexter. Your turn. Fights.
I will say Shadows. I'm going to play Carlo Phantom. I am going to Nerve Blast to steal 1 and shoot the Analyst. And then I will Lights Out, bounce Dexter. I'll Reap with Carlo. Your turn.
For real? I'll lose here.
I die like this?
That's lame. For reals? Yep. I got
bunch of shadows. You can only steal 1. You can only steal 1. You can only steal 1. Yeah.
Yep. I guess I could play the Dexter and Reap and draw. Yeah. Dang. What a blowout. Triple blown out in that matchup.
That Shadow's turn where I just stole the first key, right?
It was an entire key.
Yeah, because you were in
I
position.
Was at 6. Yeah.
You were in position to forge, and I was just like, I'll just take that whole key.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. Alright, Cal. Nice try.
Bitterly gross, Cal. If only that back in the day there were people who lost their minds when bait and switch and library access got nerfed. Imagine Bitterly Gross Cal was your deck and it was like your favorite deck and you were like winning all the time with it. You're like, yeah, I can't be stopped. And you hitting people with the Yu-Gi-Oh poses. You're like, library access, yes. Using this card, I will now draw my whole deck. And then it gets nerfed and you just quit the game forever. Right? Just imagine that. That wasn't me. Because I played all my decks. And I enjoyed most of them.
I don't think that those nerfs would have mattered in that matchup, though, you know?
Not in that matchup, no.
Funny enough.
But it would have mattered at the time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Absolutely would have mattered at the time.
Okay, so we got...
Cal is relegated.
Luria. which we're all very familiar with.
And the Scum. I have not played the Scum.
Yeah, it's been a long time since
I have not played the Scum in quite some time. It does have one of my favorite cards in Kindreth Longshot. It's a card I have completely forgotten about. But love me Kindreth Longshot. I think it's just an awesome card.
Well, the Soldiers to Flowers.
It does have
a lot of creatures.
Yeah.
Choda. 2 Hysterias. Orb of Invitus. Alright. Eureka in the logos. Binding Rupture. Huh. This is an interesting deck. I mean, 2 Hysterias.
Yeah.
That's enough to do some stuff.
Yeah, Kindreth is just a cool card.
It is cool.
Right? Like I think that's a cool card.
Very cool. Now for something completely different. AOA versus Mastertation. We'll see how it goes.
AOA is a set that I feel like just keeps aging better and better. Right? There's a lot of like answers. There's a lot of like Orb of Invitus, for instance. Like, Coda decks are like, nah, whatever, I don't care about that. But like Worlds Collide decks, like Saurian decks are like, using my Saurian creatures every other Saurian turn is a huge penalty.
AOA age is like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my god. Throwing cards everywhere. Yep. You gotta get a nice cheese to go with your AOA. Yeah. Three.
Yeah, Double Hysteria is actually pretty good against Luria.
Probably is, yeah.
I think the Orb of Invitus.
Luria needs a board.
The Orb of Invitus is good against Luria too.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. So like this is another hand that like tempts you into keeping it, right? But you get double Charette, Exhume, and Banish.
Yeah, that's
I'm
like
going second.
Yeah.
The Banish might hit something, but the Exhume does nothing, and the Charettes don't do anything. So I feel like that's a mulligan.
If you were going first, that may be a keep because of the lab work.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not sloppy lab work.
Right.
Right. If it was sloppy lab work, you could discard a card and then
archiving a Charette on your first turn is
right.
fine, even if you're the second one. You don't have anything for Exhume still, so that's a bummer.
Yeah, if it was a sloppy, that hand like becomes awesome because now you can Exhume something on your second turn and whatnot, but Banish is like middling against Luria, right? Because there's a lot of icons, a lot of play effects. So you start with like a Scout Pete, and I look like an idiot if I banish it, right? Because you just like, okay, well you're helping me.
Okay, I will run out the Salvador.
Okay.
Oh no, I didn't want to play that. I'm just kidding. That was not my plan. Play this Sacro Fiend.
Okay.
That's my plan.
Alright, I am going to say Untamed. I'm going to play Grove Keeper. I'm going to play They're Everywhere, which doesn't do anything here. And then I'll play Soldiers to Flowers. Also doesn't do anything. I don't think it's worth it to blow up the Grove Keeper yet. Because I could pitch and purge it with Soldiers to Flowers. But I think I'd rather keep it around because it could maybe buff some guys.
I'll say Sanctum. I will Burning Glare to purge, stun the Grove Keeper. I'll play Anaphil and capture one with Salvador. Actually, play both. Your turn.
Right, I will say this. I'm going to play Gib. Play Charette. Capture one. I play that Exhume. Such a sad Exhume. And it is your turn. The Gib is going to get a +1/+1 counter for Grove Keeper.
Say this. I will
3.
Play Maleficorn. I'll play Cinder. I'll play Infernus and Verge the Exhume and the Soldiers. I will Gleeful Mayhem hit this. I'll fight the Gub. And I'll play a Stirring Grave. Good.
I will say Logos. I'll play Library Babel. I'll play Hexpion. I'll discard the Binate Rupture. And it is your turn.
Well, use my creature as a clock. Play Commandeer. I'll Reap. Play a Bulwark. Play Grey Rider. Fight the Hexpion. I'm done.
Okay, I am gonna play Yerk. I'll discard Darna. I'm gonna Hysteria, which I think barely does anything here.
Yeah.
I'll play Yerk and discard Tintadlin. I will play Gub, and it is your turn. I will draw.
Okay. Say Sanctum. Play Champion. Play
Players and that's the cards.
Bulwark, yeah. Play Grey Rider. Fight Gub. I have another Grey Rider. Can I combo this turn? I don't think I can.
You could Grey Rider the Bulwark and you. Oh no,
because
you have to fight.
Yeah, the Grey Rider would have to live through a fight.
You could have Bulwark. Well, you could actually have Bulwark fight the Yerk first.
That's right.
Then,
yeah, and then
Grey Rider can fight Gub,
yeah.
and then you can combo.
So Grey Rider fights Gub. That is play use or play use. Reap 4, Reap 5, Reap 6, and then he can ready the Bulwark for 7. And I'll play the Scepter. I guess I'll play this. Your turn.
The Bulwark would take damage.
Bulwark takes 3.
Yeah. Alright, I am gonna say this. I am gonna banish Salvador. And then I am going to 3 Fates and leave the non-damage. Or sorry, leave the damaged Grey Rider. Yeah. And it's your turn. I will draw 2.
Forge.
I have a feeling the Scum is about to get crushed.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the Scum. I'll say dis. I will play.
I think the Scum is about to get run out of town.
Play Infernus. Play Maleficorn. Play Sacrophene. Play Bonesaw. I can't actually. My creatures here. I'll get 3 Fates.
You can shoot your own Grey Rider if you wanted to.
Nah, that's alright. They're everywhere.
The imps are not giving the Scum a choice to refuse them in this manner.
Your turn.
Alright, let's have a little fun. I'm gonna Wild Wormhole.
Okay.
An Orb of Invitus. That doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Actually, buy me some time. And I'm gonna play ZYX Researcher and archive the Wild Wormhole. And I'll put a backup copy onto the Researcher. And I'll draw a card library about. Okay, your turn. I will draw 2.
Alright, I'll say Logos, or Star Alliance. I'll particle sweep. I have to do the damage to Cinder, and then do the 2 damage to 2x Researcher. I will play Lay of the Land. Actually, yeah, I'll play Lay of the Land. Draw. Discard this red alert. Play Scout Pete. Draw. Or I'll discard that. I'll play Scout Pete. Capture. Discard that. Play Ambassador Lou. Do a damage there. And turn.
Alright, I'll put Markaz into my hand and say Logos. I will Eureka.
Cards.
Got the wild wormhole.
Aha.
I am going to draw a card, the Library of Babel. Play the ZYX Researcher and Archive. Eureka. Play Hexpion. So you check with 7. It is your turn. I'll
play Star Alliance. But access denied on the ZYX. I will play Scout Pete. Comes down with dual Gatling guns and guns us both down. Because of the Maleficorn. For the top card, I will leave that there. I can discard a card with Lou to capture 3, so I'll discard this champion for Sanctum to capture 3. I'll reap and reap with Scout Pete. They get stunned. I'll leave those cards on top. Your turn.
I am going to say this. And what a Hysteria.
There it is. Okay.
And then I'll play a charrette.
Okay.
And it is your turn. I think I get crushed by Mark of this here. But I think ends up happening. I think I get absolutely crushed by Mark of this here.
Well, you're not wrong. It does let you forge though, but yeah, it's probably fine. I will say this. I'll mark of this the charrette. Implosion. I'll mark of this. I'll play Furnace and Horn and Cinder and Bonesaw and Sacrofiend. And I'll purge this stuff. And
Forge.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Alright, Forge. I'll say this. I'll reap a lot. And get stunned.
Imploded the Fiend. Yeah, because stolen one. You would have stopped the key.
Oh, with what? Oh, Implosion. Oh, yeah.
Fiend.
Yep.
And you'd also get into Bonesaw.
That's true.
Alright, well, I'll put Markaz in my hand. And I'm going to say Logos. And, Eureka.
But I know. The Logos says no Amber Control in AoE. Right?
The Merlot does not pair well. Yeah.
Eureka's a great card. Love it.
I don't have to have the Amber Control and
wild wormhole.
When I wild wormhole into it. This deck is kind of light on Amber Control if memory serves.
Yeah.
The Helper Bot.
You can do anything.
Why? Even draw another card. I can even lab work. Archive. And a Seismo Entangler, which is actually needed in this matchup because if you Seismo
That's pretty important, actually.
Standardized testing gets the sender. Play Pip. No, play Chota and lose one.
Alright, okay. Alright. Alright. Look at the sweet card. It's gone. It doesn't exist.
Chameleon thing.
That's pretty neat. Alright, let me receive this meeting here. Yeah, the Seismo Entangler is like sneakily a very good Amber Control card.
It was reprinted in Worlds Collide, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Because it's actually very good in Worlds Collide. Seismo Entangler, I feel like it's like one of those cards people overlook, and then people complain about Saurians. And it's like, I get beat by Saurians. It's like, have you tried activating a Seismo Entangler? Right? Because it's like, Saurians don't have an answer for it. In Saurians, now, I mean, they could have Amber Control, Artifact Control in one of their other houses, but Saurians don't have Artifact Control, right? So, that's why we saw a lot of effects that punished Reaping go far in the Worlds Collide tournament, right? Andres Inc. had one. That the deck that got second, or sorry, the deck that was in the top 4. Yeah, 2 Seismos and Tanglers, right? I mean, it's like part of a Tesmol at that point.
Anything that can make your opponent be like, well, that ruins my plans.
Yeah,
is good, right? Because you can play the brain games.
Seismo Tangle also shuts off like Gangernaut combos.
It's pretty important.
Lyle,
the tutor of carrying sand.
His legs not even work. This is what happens when he lays around for 5 days.
It's probably played like crazy today, yeah.
He's moved.
Can't believe no one has given him even a single treat on our 2-year anniversary, 2-year Streamiversary. Wow. Wow. A 5.
Oh yeah, sorry, let me take care of these bets.
There we go. Done it.
We did. We guilted them.
We've done it.
Give you some between the game. The Eddie tree will give you some between the game content.
He's been treated
4 times in Tangler decks.
Jeez, that may be excessive. I was first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You good?
Yeah.
Eureka.
It's like turn 1.
It's a good one. Maybe the power I need to win this game. Okay.
I am going to say this. I'm going to play Maleficorn. I'm going to Implosion the Maleficorn so that I can play Bonesaw. He's going to reap. And it is your turn. I'll draw 3.
Play Logos. Play Library Babble. Play Seismo Entangler. Play Wormhole. For Exhume. Dang. At another point in the game, that could have been totally sweet. I'm done.
I am going to say Starlight, so I'm play Scout Pete. Do a damage to himself and a damage to Bonesaw. Top card. I'll leave that there, and I will subdue my own Bonesaw. Actually, I'll subdue Scout Pete.
Okay.
Play some creatures that I can target with effects that do damage to creatures.
No.
I'll draw 2.
Say Untamed, I'll pick up the Archive. Discard Rustnar, I'm going to discard Chantadelin, I'm going to discard Grove Keeper. And Soldiers to Flowers. For free. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to say Starlight, so I'm going to play Anthony, who is going to do a damage to himself. Capture all that. Scout Pete is going to unstun. And it is your turn. You'll get one of those back.
Say Logos. All. Draw with the library.
Scout Pete, yeah. Scout Pete's getting over there.
Play Helperbot. Play 3 Fates. Off the Helperbot.
It's like all my creatures.
I will play ZYX Researcher to archive the 3 Fates. Play Hex Beyond. I'll discard Standardized Testing. I'll Seismo Entangler for Sanctum. Your turn. Check with N.
Okay, I am going to say this. I'm gonna Mark and Gleeful Mayhem. And it is your turn. I will draw 3. So check with 6.
Forge. I will play.
Yeah. Justin got like a draw that's like cohesive, unlike the one that I had, where I just kind of played garbage.
Play the long shot and Niffle Grounds. I'm done. You may Forge now.
See garbage color. Yeah. Yeah. You can tell all your friends you get that advice for free from Tabletop Royale. I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Champion Anaphyl. I'll play a Grey Rider who fight into the Kindred Longshot. It's got elusive. I'll play a Lyco Knight. I'll play a Champion Anaphyl. I'll capture onto a Lyco Knight. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Play Dis, pick up the archive. All 3 Fates. Those
big fellas.
Them big fellas there. I'll play Lash. Play Orb.
Switch the other 2. In case you see the Grader's got Deploy, right?
Yeah, you can do anything. Play Gub. I'll discard.
You want the Grey Rider's protected? I mean, the thing is, if all the creatures aren't dead, then the Grey Riders don't have to worry about being protected.
Your turn.
That deck doesn't have any from hand fighting effects, so Okay, well, I am gonna say Starlight, so I'm gonna play Lay of the Land. I will play Scout Pete. I'll discard the Bulwark. Play a Scout Pete who's gonna capture onto the other Scout Pete. I keep that card. It is your turn. I will draw 2.
All right, I will. Untamed. I'll Reap with Kindred to shoot the Grey Rider. Discard. I guess I could play Chota first. We're doing that. Also, I could play this there everywhere instead of shooting the Grey Rider. I could shoot Scout Pete. That Scout Pete was sandwiched, so I can't actually kill him.
Does he actually take any damage? Does anybody know how this card works now?
He actually does not.
Right, because it does the 2 damage.
It's very stupid, yeah.
And then he's now on a flank because the Grey Rider's dead, and so he doesn't take any damage.
Yep.
So, I feel like that is not how that card was designed.
Yep, that's very dumb. Alright, your turn.
Did you want to keep the Gub big or not?
Yeah, the Gub can be big.
Okay, I am going to say...
Did they fix it now? It definitely used to be like that.
The last time I saw it used on the Crucible, it still worked that way.
Because they said that it happened like in sentence order. Yeah. So the damage of the first part of the sentence was like resolved
because it's 2 separate sentences. Yeah. Right. Deal 2 damage to each enemy flank creature.
Yeah, I don't remember them updating it.
Yeah, I don't know of one. So.
And yes, it's dumb. I'll agree there.
I will say I'll play Cinder, play a Sacro Fiend to do a damage to the Gub, and then I am going to Stern Grave. And I suppose. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
I will say this. Reap with Gub. I will banish the Sacro Fiend. I'll play Hysteria. Play Gub. I'm done. I'll use Lash for good.
Okay. I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Scout Pete. I'm sorry, Starlance. I'll play Scout Pete. We'll discard the Seeker of Truth. I'll play Lou, who's shooting the Gib. I'll play Garcia. I'll put an Observe You Max onto Scout Pete. And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
Say Logos. Binate Rupture. It's gonna give you a key, but see. I'll Seismo for Starlance. I'll use Library to draw. Play Pip. I'll play Hexion. I'll back up copy the Pip. And I'll say check. 11.
So I will Forge. I will put my Archives into my hand. I say Star Alliance for the turn. To access denied Pip. I'm going to use Ambassador Lou's action. And I will discard discard to steal 1. I am going to have Scout Pete fight Hexpion. There. I will play Particle Sweep, damage to Pip Pip, then kill Pip Pip. His backup copy's on top.
Oh.
And then I'll play Anthony, who's going to shoot for 1. And turn. I will draw 2.
Okay, I'll say Untamed.
So yeah, Pete has 1 cap from the Observing Knights.
I'll lair everywhere.
Okay, so everybody will actually take all this damage this time because nobody dies.
Play Mongrel, play Long Shot, play Discard Chota, play Dusk Witch. I was a little tempted to hold Chota. Problem is, it's gonna be hard for me to like deal with the Antony on an Untamed turn. And then I'm chaining myself for like unknown numbers of turns to maybe. I mean, I might need to win. That's true. But I don't think I can afford the card right now because I don't see myself calling Untamed. I feel like he's gonna deal with the board high priority right now. He can't attack an Iron Spine, no, but like there's so many damage pips in there, he could probably gun it down. There's also Mark of Dis.
Both of them.
Both of them in the discard.
Okay. Going to say Starlance. I'm going to use Lou to steal 1. As far as I've gotten. Scout Pete is going to fight the Dusk Witch.
Okay.
Discard the Malicious. Sia's going to fight the Dusk Witch. Discard Rattler. Anthony Reaps. I feel like there's a chance I needed to threaten there. I will draw 2.
I'll say Logos. Play Pip, play Lab Work. And why are being used here? I'll archive a card. I'll Seismo. For Starlands. I'll use Library Babble. Draw a card. Draw one of my alpha cards.
This is a 10th game, Rosewood.
Yep.
Draw Eureka.
Yeah, or Binary Rupture. Not ideal.
I think there was a... I think if I can lock you into Dis, I can win the game. But I could not leave Duskwitch on the table. I wasn't happy about leaving Amber Spine, but as long as I used my creatures for other means. Okay, I am going to say Sanctum. I am going to play Commandeer. I am play General Salvador. Capture on blue. We'll play Gray Rider. I will capture on the Gray Rider. Salvador fights Amberspine Mongrel. I am going to Burning Glare Endrith Longshot. I am going to play an Amberheart. It's your turn. I will draw 2, shuffle. So check with 7, shuffle and draw.
Say this. I will 3 Fates. I guess I get that back. So those 3.
Drew back into Fates. I guess the deck's thinned out.
Play.
The deck is only 1 3 Fates, right?
Yerk. Discard Binding Rupture. Play 2 Tourettes. Use Lash. Your turn.
Finally drew the Infernus, which I needed like 1,000 turns ago. This game, you got it.
Dang. We did it. Scum did it. The little deck that could.
Discard Choda. I couldn't get any of the synergies in Luria to actually work until towards the end of that game. And you just had too fast of a start.
Yeah, it was
Eureka.
The shoulders flowers are pretty big, and the Eureka.
I had the I mulliganed into double mark.
Oh yeah.
So I was not happy with that. I would much rather have used mark later in the game, right? Imagine if I had mark and I can mark you out of this. I just win the game, right? So
where was it stated? Who knows, man?
I don't know.
Who knows anymore? The rulings are all over.
I feel like it was pre-Worlds Collide release.
How fitting.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy with being able to just not play creatures for a while that game too, because Luria wants something to do with its damage icon, so then a Mark of Dis.
Yeah. It was an awkward draw, and I couldn't get anything going.
That deck's good. Like all the Logos creatures don't care about Mark of Dis.
Where it appears in the abilities text. I wonder if that fixes it. I wonder.
I don't think Leia's rulebook fixed it. Unless that did fix it. I don't know.
I feel like you just errata it to make it make sense, right? Like there's no sense in if you hand that card to 10 different players and 9 of them use the card. When they play the card, 9 of them resolve it the same way, and the 10th person is like, well, actually, the rules say that you do this thing. That nerd. Excuse me, Eddie. Eddie. I was in a bit. I was in the middle of a bit.
Nathan, actually. Yes, Keyforge definitely needs to work on rulings.
But yeah, if the card doesn't make any sense, then you tell that one nerd that he's a nerd, and you make the card you just errata the card so where it makes sense, right?
Happy? What does it say? Great job.
Training the dog.
The negative reinforcement.
Yeah. Here's that thing.
Four.
7.
I think I mulligan this in a second, right?
Yeah. I don't have Eureka, so I'm going to mind.
10 out of 10's Eddie. 10 out of 10 Eddies disagree. At least Scum got to show why it was here. I could see how it'd be pretty good against AoA, right? So
yeah.
it can be fast. It punishes reaping all the time.
Yeah, there was a lot less removal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there was a lot less amber control in AoA just in general.
Yeah.
So faster decks were pretty good. Binate Rupture, I mean, we played a lot of games where Binate Rupture just won the game, right? You generally get 4 amber or something in a turn, and your opponent goes and they generate 1, and you're like, well, I'll Binate Rupture now.
It's also good anti-Infernus.
Yeah.
Amber.
Because it generates more amber than was in your discard pile.
Yeah. Positive reinforcement, yes, for bad behavior. Okay. Is it your drop card? Okay. Outstanding.
My deck has no bad cards. Having fun with the creature, yeah. Draw 3.
Play Starlines, play Particle Sweep. Play Scout Peep. Capture 1. Look at the top. Leave that there. Your turn.
I'll put Archives in my hand and say Logos. Play Library. Going to standardize. Probably could use that later. Who knows? Wild Wormhole. So they're everywhere. Then I'll play it. Your turn. 2.
This next one, play Champion. Play Grey Rider, fight Pivot. Your turn.
I am going to say Logos Binate Rupture.
Oof.
And then draw the Helper Bot.
Jeez.
He's gonna let me Chota. I think I just go ahead and jam the Chota there. Forge the key while I can. Can't get Infernus. Can't get controlled any other way. Can't get Ant-Need. Draw 2. Go ahead.
They just.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, I'll Mark of Death Chota. I will play Brabble. I'll shoot the Helper Bot. I'll Implosion the Brabble and the Chota. Play the Corn. Armor. Your turn.
Okay, I will say Untamed. I'll play Niffle Grounds. I'll just discard the Grovekeeper to avoid being Mark of Dislocked for the next 100 years.
I'll say this. Reap. Corn. I'll Gleeful Mayhem. I'll kill the Corn. Do some damage to Champion. I will play Cinder. Play Corn. I'll play Bone Saw. And Reap. Okay. Your turn.
Okay, I will say this. I'm going to play Orb of Invitus. I am going to play Yerk. Discard Kendrith Longshot. I am going to zoom. Helperbot. Yeah. Helperbot. Play Narna. And it's your turn. I'll go for it.
Okay. Let's say Sanctum. I'll play Amberheart, play Bulwark. I'll Reap with Grey Rider to fight the Darna. And that gets stunned. I'll Reap with Anaphil. And your turn. Oh yeah, Darna.
Okay, I'll say Logos. I'm gonna draw a card library now. Play Side Mode Tangler. Play Hexbion. I will Reap with my Helperbots. It's done. And it is your turn. I will draw one. Go ahead.
After extensive research, confirm that all damage from a card occurs simultaneously with stated in the rulebook. Okay. So they must have made the ruling and then reversed the ruling later.
Okay.
Which is not surprising.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it was Player Herp said that he wouldn't play Keyforge. He wouldn't play Keyforge if they didn't make rulings and then reverse them 1 month later. So
I'll say this. Reap. Reap. I'm gonna Reap. And destroy Grey Rider. I'm done. Check a 6.
Oh, right.
You didn't use the Entangle last turn, right?
No, I just played it. Okay. I am going to say this. I'm going to Reap with the Yerk. It is stunned, but it's not going to matter. Hysteria. Play the Yerk. Discard Amber Spine Mongrel. Flash of Broken Dreams. I'm going to play Gub. Play Charette. Capture 3. And it is your turn. So you check with 6. I will draw 3.
Say this. Red alert.
This?
I mean, Star Alliance. Okay, I will access denied Yerk. I will play Scout Pete. I'm gonna do 1 and 1.
Gub would die as soon as you.
Yeah. Yes, I want to do that still.
Okay.
I'll do 1. I'll do 1, then 1.
Okay.
And I'll look at the top card. That's fine. I will play Lou. Shoot Charette. Play Observe UMax on Pete. Play Anthony. Do 1. Capture. And I'm done.
Okay, I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Expion. I'm going to play Helper Bot. Helper Bot is going to play Charette. I am going to lab work. Archive. Said Logos. I can draw a card, library battle. And size Montangler for Star Alliance. Okay. Then I will draw 4.
Say this. I will play Cinder, play Corn, play Bonesaw, play Stirring Grave for the Grey Rider. You get that. Your turn. Helperbot is probably one of the best Logos cards, period. Very good.
Helperbot's insane.
Yeah.
Helperbot's particularly insane in AoE because of Exhume, right? Nibirius, you could argue the reason Nibirius is so good is because you can exhume Helperbots in addition to like the Time Travelers and other stuff. So yeah, Martian Generosity, right? Because you can Martian Generosity out of turn. You can like I'm sure there's some nuts decks out there where you're like Binate Rupture. You start your turn with like 3 Amber, Binate Rupture, Helperbot, Martian Generosity. So okay, I am going to say this. I am going to 3 Fates. Get the Antony, get the Cinder, we'll get the Bonesaw. Keep your Malern. Charette is going to Reap and become stunned. I'm going to Lash. I'm going to Hysteria. And I throw my Shred away. So as to not get marked. I'll check with 9.
Okay. Say
Forge
for
yeah.
or not. I'll say Sanctum. I'm gonna play look up the archive.
100% agree with the discarding Shred. I also think that burning the 3 Amber there is super important.
Label work, play Champion. Play Rider.
He's got double Rider though.
Play Rider.
I mean, you would get to ride anyway.
Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I do that?
You could. So you play this one, then you deploy that one.
Okay.
Right, and then so that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, 6. That's 6, and then
I would have had to reap with this guy before I played with him. Did I miss an Amber?
I don't think so. You had no Amber at the start of the turn.
Yeah.
You captured 1.
Yeah.
You
captured an Amber. Play Burning Glare. I haven't played that yet. Play Burning Glare.
Okay.
That was not factored in. Okay. Play Burning Glare. Play Rider. Ready. Reap.
Yeah. Then deploy.
Play Rider. Ready.
3.
That's 3. Ready, reap.
4.
Ready, reap. 5. Ready, reap.
6.
6. Reap. Okay.
I will forge.
The orb protests.
The orb does protest. Yes, the orb doth protest.
Let me just.
That's right. The orb protects me.
Yeah.
Yes. Orb. Orb gang.
The orb does protect you.
Wow.
If only we had red chat one time.
Yeah. Judge. The orb is mad. The chat was mad. I can't believe.
I mean, I understand why.
I didn't forge yet. Then.
No.
What you got? What else you got, smart guy?
I mean, like.
Probably still take that turn.
Probably still take that turn. Yeah. So yeah, I'll say Sanctum. I'll play Burning Glare. I will play Bulwark. Play Champion. I'll play Rider. Ready. I'm probably better off. Done. Play Rider. Ready. Reap. To ready. And then reap. Stunned. Ready. Reap. So it's almost as good.
But it doesn't.
But it doesn't threaten.
Doesn't threaten. Which is the difference.
Yep.
Alright, my turn?
Yes.
I'm going to put my Archgasm in my hand. I'm going to say Untamed. I'm going to discard Rustnower and Tentadlin after forging.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I'm going to play There Everywhere. And then Soldiers to Flowers.
Oh God.
For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
God.
Flowers. Grow my flowers. And I'll draw 3. Check with 11.
Dag. I ain't got nothing. I have an Infernus, that's it. The orb was big. The orb was real big. Jeez.
The orb did it. The orb held him.
Luria.
This Amber's destroyed now.
Nobody bet. I think the Gauntlet has a curse.
Yeah, the Gauntlet is
the Gauntlet decks have a curse, and that's bad.
I read that article, and the Gauntlet decks have not won.
Yeah.
Not a Gauntlet deck has won. Well, Confage did.
Yeah.
Did I play? We played Confage.
No, Confage is not played. Right?
We did play Confage. Yeah, I played Merkins. But yeah, I think right. we played Confage before I wrote the thing for the Gauntlet.
There it is.
So I wrote the write-up for the Gauntlet, and the decks cannot win.
Wow. Trashes your bracket, dang. Ooh. That was something. I mean, I did not. It would be tough to look at that matchup and say.
Yeah, because that first game, I was like, man, this matchup is not winnable.
Yeah. That's interesting. The amount we learned from the first game, though, right? Like discarding creatures.
Yeah.
And like what plays you had to make to win. Mm-hmm. So that was a good match. I enjoyed that match.
I bet this actually wrecks a number of brackets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Scum proceeds to the next round. Man, this tournament is spicy.
Yeah.
It is spicy AF.
This is what happens when you sit down and play a bunch of Keyforge. Yeah. I mean, the unpredictable.
That's the best part about it.
Your coin flip got it right.
Yep. The best part about it. So, Wednesday we'll be back.
Yeah.
With 2 more matches. Storvik, our Longsheen the Only, which was the one that got bumped tonight.
Yeah, we made a judgment call to play the Innkeeper since that
and I'm pretty happy the Innkeeper won.
Yeah.
Well, even though I lost the heck out of those games, but it was fine.
Yeah, that was I forgot those plays existed in the first game as well.
Ooh, this is going to be a fun matchup here.
Ardreth and offensively powerful Toki.
On Wednesday, Ardreth versus offensively powerful Toki. That should be fun.
Ardreth does hate it when people steal amber from it.
Yeah. Toki does do that.
Toki likes to steal a lot of amber.
It doesn't capture amber, so
yeah,
that's something. Yeah, that should be fun. All right, well,
so yeah.
You got a long stream time. We actually played 6 games for the first time in a long time, I think.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we played 6 games.
Because it was that was the decks were close enough that the order that you drew things and the order that you played things mattered.
Yeah.
And there were like powerful answers and powerful threats that the decks had to like arrange. I felt in those matchups in those games. We were both just constantly jockeying for position, right?
Scum is a very jockeying deck. Like you're trying to engineer that big play that closes the game out. Because like in the game I was playing, I was trying to engineer Binate Rupture.
Headlery in the finals.
And you were trying to engineer the Soldiers to Flowers and the Binate Rupture, which you got both of the combos off in that game.
Well, I ripped the Binate Rupture when I was at 4.
Oh yeah.
And so or I was at 5 or something. And I like had just taken a bunch of Logos turns, and I drew the Binate Rupture, and I was like, you've got 1 amber. There's not going to be a better time to play this Binate Rupture in this game, right? I'm never going to get another chance to play it, so I got to burn it now. So,
hey, you got that treat. And Lurie in the finals. That's too bad, Lurie winner.
That was a game where like library did some work. Because I don't think I was like expecting to draw any Logos cards from the library, but it just hit one, right? Like it was like
because you got Hildebrand and Chota, right? And I was gonna play Anthony next turn.
Yeah,
so just slowed you down a little bit at least.
Right. Yeah, that was that's the key. Like against a lot of decks, you don't care about key cheats, but the decks that have reliable amber control but like minimal disruption. Key cheats are just so invaluable. Like key cheats versus Infernus are so good, right? Because you go to the 7, you forge it, your amber is gone, and they can Infernus your discard pile, but you got the key, right? And that's what you wanted. So
yeah, I think both matches tonight were very, very interesting and enjoyable.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good 2-year anniversary stream.
Yeah.
Got no complaints about it. Chota's definitely one of the most important cards.
I think Chota makes more sense than Key Charge does, right?
Yeah.
I think Chota is more balanced than Key Charge because it's a creature, right? And creatures can be interacted with more. And if you want cards like Regrowth and Soldiers to Flowers is another interesting one, right? You end up in those situations where it's like, I don't want to Soldiers to Flower away my Chota, but
I do think I thought it was weird that Chota and Key Charge were both printed at the same time, right? Yeah, that seems like it's weird that those are in the same set.
Yeah, Key Frog I think is like makes sense to exist. So
all right, everyone have a wonderful night.
Appreciate that, Victor.
Yep, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone who's watched over the last 2 years. Yeah. Very exciting stuff. And we'll be back Wednesday with more. So join us then. Have a good night.
Bye.